All right, you got it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah. Hell, we are here. It is 9:01. We're late by like 1 minute.
9:01.
Late by 1 minute. That's not much.
This looks like the Brady Bunch here.
Well, no,
We're like missing three people.
We need more people. We need more.
It's just lame Hollywood squares right now.
Alice is really just ineffectual. She's just the main.
I was just going to say we need 3 more people so Eric can be Alice.
Yeah. Either that or Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
You know,
that'd put him in the Paul Lynn square.
Yeah. No, put me in the Paul Lynn square. I'd love to do that. That would be so wonderful.
Oh, honey, you have no idea.
Oh, that's 100 times better. Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my God.
I naturally have this 100-year-old grandma voice, you know. I've been smoking since 1938.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's too much. That is too funny. Where'd Marion go? Where'd he go?
I just stepped out.
For what?
Had to go. You know, it's going to be a great show, folks, when the first person in the chat is Mr. Tuggin Nuts 6.
Hello. Tuggin Nuts 6. Hello.
I had to
Hi,
get that.
how are you? Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I had
Varian, did you have another bout of performance anxiety?
Yeah, I had to. I without the hat, man, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I will say this though. I had a startling discovery the other day.
What would that be?
I may have some racial issues because I've identified. Right. Yeah. I identified the Ninja Turtles by racist. Raphael is honestly black. Obviously.
Okay.
But I decided Donatello, that's the purple one, is Jewish. I don't know why.
I could see that one, but I don't get the Raphael.
Do you have any reason in for that?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like, no, Donatello's actually Jewish and Raphael's black. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what Leonardo is. He's probably
if Michelangelo's not some burnout white dude from South Central LA, then
yeah. And Splinter, well, you know, I know Splinter.
We already established Splinter pre-rat formation, so
yeah. For some reason, he strikes me.
Don't go culture appreciating something for him for something else.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I think I seen him at my last family reunion as an in-law. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Comic Talk with Pop Van Zandt. Ralph is Japanese.
Yeah. The person who's Ralph? You mean Raph?
Raph.
I don't know. It's probably Raph. I mean, what the hell do I know?
Yeah. I always saw Splinter as the Mr. Miyagi.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, my son. Yeah.
What about Bebop?
He's from Staten Island.
Bebop's obviously black.
Yeah.
Bebop's from Staten Island. That's where he's from.
Yeah,
he's a Cuisine. He's a Cuisine Rhino. That's what he is from Staten Island.
Rocksteady is from he's probably from
he's from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and he looks like the ice cream guy off of Spawn. He can't go near kids.
Rocksteady is total Guido.
Kevin Eastman, you're welcome on the show anytime.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure he's gonna love that one.
I guess I should introduce.
I'll happily send you a link, Kevin. Bring it up.
I guess I should. But I will say this. I remember seeing an ad. It said Randy Zimmerman in big, like 12-point font, and underneath it was for a con. It said Randy Zimmerman, and underneath in these little small letters, also Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird in these little small letters. And I'm like,
how the world has changed.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm gonna hit the intro, and then we'll introduce ourselves, and we'll get into the show. Here we go. Hello, everybody out there. My name is Varian Grant. I am the founder of iNDIE VOLT Media LLC, and I started making comics back in 2008, destroying the industry comic by comic. Every year after that, I am a father, a husband, a geek, a comic artist, publisher, all that good stuff, and reluctant taxpayer. No more, so more than I was today, especially watching TV. I'm like, I'm not paying taxes ever again. I quit. No more. This is all BS. It's all a game. It's all a six-hit game. I'm joined as always by the lovely indie princess.
Hey guys.
Hello, indie princess.
And of course, Mr. Randy.
So you just like cut me off. I was actually gonna say I'm the writer and creator of Lore that's coming out next month. But
go ahead.
It's okay. We'll go on to Randy.
I didn't say nothing. You go ahead. Give your introduction.
No, go ahead, Randy.
No, after you. I insist.
Time, quickly. You've done your intro. You said Lore. We heard it. We'll talk about that book. Let's talk about Mr. Randy. Where are you from, sir?
Hey, everybody. My name is Randy Zimmerman. I have been in alternative and independent comics for decades, done just about everything in the business that you can imagine, from retailing to convention organizing to self-publishing to right now, my specialty seems to be doing sequential art for commercial advertising and educational purposes, though I'm currently restructuring Arrow Comics and bringing that back out. It's a comic company that I was part of in the 80s and ran in the 90s through 2003, and now we're bringing it back again. So planning a lot of great product, and can't wait to show it to you. So other than that, you can find me at Arrow Comics on Facebook and the Arrow Comics 4.0 channel on YouTube, as well as being a regular contributor here at Indie Vault for about the last 2 years. So
that's right. 2 years of marital bliss. It's been awesome.
It seems like it, doesn't it? Marital bliss.
And finally, someone I've wanted on the show for a very long time. Mandy's here with us. No, Eric. but no, Mandy's here, and I always I tried to throw a catchphrase. It was impossible. No one can do the like what, and it's like I should have thought of that. Well, how come I didn't? I'm not that smart. I can't think of it. That's why. But she's here, and we're going to talk to her about her campaigns and her comics. We're going to let you do herself because she's much better doing that than I am. Mandy, for people who don't know who you are, could you tell?
And for our radio audience.
Yeah, radio audience too, which
introduce yourself.
Yeah. Like what? We're on the radio too? Well, hello, everybody. So, yeah, I'm Mandy Summers. I am the creator and writer of the comic book Wort the Wizard. Yeah, I'm over here. This is awesome. You guys are great. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Mandy Summers. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm even over on MySpace now because it's awesome over there. I blinged out my page. It's awesome. You can find me over there at Wort the Wizard. And yeah, it's great to be here with you guys. This is awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
No, this is great.
And dreaded dinosaur, sir.
I'm just caught off guard by MySpace. Good grief.
Yeah.
No, I mean, think about it. We're bringing it back, right? Because Tom did us really good, and we all kind of ditched him. He let us pick our own music. He let us, bling out our pages, and we just left him. And now we're over on Twitter, and it's a dumpster fire over there.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll check out see if my login still works. Hey everyone, Eric Hodson here at Dreaded Dinosaur, creator of the Dreaded Dinosaur Man over on Webtoon. With a book in the works to launch on Indiegogo sometime in the next couple of months. And also creator of Roddy Piper, the Kilted Avenger, which you can get at Pro Wrestling Tees website. And it won't come signed like this one, but you could also contact me if you wanted a signed copy as well. And, proud supporter of independent comics, anime, weeb. I have a website, erichodson.com. You can help me pay the rent. And I have this glass here, and it's mostly gin.
Nice.
There you go.
Excellent.
I'm going to have to also, Eric, figure out how to transfer that website you had me purchase that one day over to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Still sitting there on my, it's funny. I look at it, I'm like, why is that? Oh, that's right.
Did you get the website named Dinosaurs and Gin?
No, although we should have got that.
I'm writing that down right
Dinosaurs
now.
and Gin has a nice ring to it. That's really
I
good.
like it. I
And
like
if we were gonna do some drinking tonight, I would have made my own stuff because now it's too late. I'd have to go downstairs and actually, physically move and get something downstairs.
Cranberry juice, seltzer, Bombay gin, triple sec, and a slight touch of Fireball whiskey just to give it a little bit of kick.
Fireball, oh my god, I can shoot down 6 of those right now. Oh my god, oh man, I love that stuff.
You mix Fireball with gin.
Yeah.
Fireball with that's my poison. That's my pretty poison.
Just a little bit. I mean, it's
boom,
like maybe a quarter shot.
Done.
It's just enough to give it a little bit of cinnamon kick.
God.
I know,
Suddenly, Mandy has a drinking goal.
I usually go with the fruity stuff, but I have drank my share of Fireball and Jägermeister. So,
holy shit! Oh my
cheers! God. A woman that can take Jägermeister. Cheers!
Oh my god! Next time I got to do that.
Rich, introduce yourself, sir.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Wow, you caught me off guard there for a minute. Okay. My name's Rich Pirana. I have been a comic book artist for essentially half my life professionally. I started in 1994 as an art corrections in the art corrections department of Marvel Comics. That was my first professional art job, which, after that, it's all downhill from there at that point. Worked there on staff for a year and a half, and then I was a freelance inker for about a decade, just working on just about every title you can think of, except for Doctor Strange and the Punisher. That's it. And then stopped for a while, and then decided I wanted to go back into it again. So I became an inker for a couple of titles over at DC, like Booster Gold and The Ray and a couple of other things. But after like 13 years of inking, I was like, I'm really tired of this inking. There's not much more I can do. So I decided to drop out of whatever it was I was doing, and I chose to become a penciler who inks his own work, but I wanted to try myself on the independent circuit. Not that the standard's lower, but I wanted to see what I'd be able to do, because when you're known as an inker for the longest time, it's like, even if you show pencils that are good, they're going to look at you and go, you pencil like an inker does. I don't know if you can do all this. So it's like, here you go.
You're an inker? You mean you can draw too? Wow.
You hire Rob Liefeld. I don't want to hear it. Just shut up. So it was just, I was like, okay. So I went to the indie circuit, and I've done more than reasonably well. I've been consistently working for the past 7 years. I still am. I can't tell you how many things I've actually completed. My most prominent work is anything I do for Inverse Press. The editor-in-chief there is Kevin Laporte. I've worked on a bunch of his books, and his Squared Circle Comics, which is biographies of wrestler comics. I did that. I've done a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a lot to mention. Recently, I decided to venture into self-publishing. Now, I couldn't afford to hire anybody, and quite honestly, I don't know if I trust anybody else. So I decided to create my own graphic novel. This is last year when I had like the cancer and stuff like that, whatever. And I single-handedly produced a 48-page, fully penciled, inked, colored, and lettered graphic novel. Finished it about 3 months ago, and now I have a Kickstarter campaign that I'm in the middle of one, and I reached my goal in about 5 days. It wasn't much of a goal. It was only 1,100 pounds, which is like 1,500 American, but I did it in like 5 days.
That's cool.
Congratulations!
I thank you very much. It's like I'm still reeling by it. I'm like all over the place. Constantly having to promote this thing. It's half the work is promotion. The promotion is the hard part. Believe it or not, it really is.
It ages you. That's what makes you. Looking in the chat, we got a few people. Mike is in the chat. He says, "The myth, the man, the cover artist of the day, Rich." Wyatt Holiday says, "Just hanging out, seeing what my pal Manny's up to tonight. Hope you're doing well." Hello, Wyatt. Trish is in there. She says, "I'm good. Just taking care of Mike."
Hi, Trish. Hi, Mike.
It was Mandy. Mandy has so many.
Hey, a fun fact: Rich and I actually crossed paths way back a little while ago with a company called Colossal Comics, I think it was.
We did.
Yeah, do you remember penciling a book called Quake?
Oh my God! Yes. Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Oh my God, that was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I penciled it. Real. It was like, how many? What did I do? Like 4 or 5 pages about that.
It was a pretty
There
short
wasn't
thing.
much of it for
I
that
ended up
thing.
coloring it, so
Oh God. How did I do?
you did fine. I think I remember correcting like a couple of anatomy things, but other than that, they were all happy.
I figured. Yeah, I wasn't great. I had to fix a couple of things. I'd like to think I've cured whatever problems I had back then now. So at least I hope so.
By the way, since Eric, since you're drinking, I'm gonna do a favor. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna drink as well. I gave Lola her Jägermeister, which means bad things happen. She drinks Jägermeister.
Uh-oh. Right, now everybody's drinking. What is this?
Not to be outdone.
Man.
Are you breaking out the green fairy?
Pulling out the absinthe tonight.
Yeah, there's the absence.
Oh boy.
All of you. I hate all of you. You're all drinking and shit, and here I am with my tame ass 15-hour-old coffee.
And I got sugar cubes.
That cup probably has vitamin water in it. You know it.
It already has film on it, and it's covered in a thermos. That's how old this thing is.
That just means it's full.
What am I going to do? I can't do anything with this.
Well, it helps.
Maybe if I cure it with some fruit in a bag for a week, maybe it'll work, but this isn't prison and everything. So
Lugnut 6 is drinking water.
Yeah.
Of course. Good job, Water.
I'm
having Budweiser Zero. Wow.
If you guys seen the show before, we have questions. I've only got 2 questions tonight, but we like to go around and let everybody on the panel answer the question.
I'll try.
We're going to start with this one here. We're going to let Randy read them because, Randy has the smooth, velvety voice.
Yeah.
That we're going to let Randy read them. All right, here we go. Randy, go ahead and read that one for us, please.
Bad Leroy. Thanks for listening and typing in Bad Leroy. I got kicked out of my indie collective. Why? I'll tell you why. Because my comic is now listed in January's independent section in Diamond's catalog. My group decided I'm no longer indie. Kicked me out of Facebook group. Took away my admin credits. No more Discord. Everything. I thought the idea was to grow your product so you can make a living off it. 1 exclamation point and a question mark. Bad Leroy.
I'm sorry, I took a shot. Oh, no.
I don't know what to tell you, Bad Leroy. You're not hanging with friends.
Question?
Yeah, it's more a statement. I think he sounds better.
Where's the question?
Yeah. It's like
there's no question there. I think he's saying.
I think he's saying. I thought the idea was to grow your product so you can make a living off of it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Randy, we'll start with you. You're quite loquacious.
His stuff is solicited. I hope it's not the lighter.
Now that you're drinking absinthe, you're pulling out the big words.
Yeah. I'll be doing this all night.
Normally he'd say, "It's for you, Randy. You're a smart ass. Answer this question."
Yeah.
Sorry you got kicked out of your stuff. It's time to make new friends. So your comic collective doesn't sound like they're as much a collective as a crab bucket, and they're upset that you actually crawled out and made something for yourself.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I know. Fuck them. Who cares, Bad Leroy? If you're, who gives a shit? It's like, oh no, they kicked you out. All right, well, they're probably going to grab about you for about 2 months or something like that, saying how much of a dick you are because you're not indie anymore. Who cares? Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Make that money. Who gives a shit?
It's not unusual.
Give him this. Yeah. That's what I would do.
Give him a lot of that, actually.
A lot of that, yes.
I mean, congratulations, Bad Leroy. You're a sellout, and you're better for it.
Bad Leroy. I hope you have a proofreader. I mean, really.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be. I mean, you're supposed to grow, right? I mean, people. If anyone doesn't want you to grow, that's a problem. You don't need that person in your camp. They want to keep you exactly where you're at. But don't be surprised when they step right over you.
You know, the real thing is if anybody is mad at you for hitting getting into diamond catalog, they obviously haven't been in the business for very long, because that doesn't mean a whole lot, especially if you're in the green section, because you're buried in amongst of all of the other mainstream people and a bunch of minutia of different magazines and stuff. And good luck getting spotted. So
yeah, I've only, I mean, it being in preview or being solicited is not that big of a deal. I've only been solicited, I don't know, maybe 100 times. You know,
but how many times have you been in diamond?
It's not that important, you know.
I've been solicited about, I don't know, 12 times. Oh,
yeah,
come on, in diamond.
All Varian has to do is walk down the street. And
her name was Diamond. Her name was Diamond. It wasn't. That was her name.
That was her name. Diamond.
Yeah. I just
did she offer any previews?
She did.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make it past the big time at all. Oh God.
There we go.
Yeah, of course. Instead of going in the green section, I got the gangrene section.
Oh God,
that was horrible. I'm sorry, Mandy. Save the show. Well, weigh in on this question. What do you think?
Well, I think that his group, it sounds like a bunch of dickheads. I think he needs to be happy that they kicked him out and just keep doing his thing. I mean, getting in diamond is also, I'd be like doing backflips and shit. Well, I mean, I wouldn't because I can't, but I would try. I'd be like really excited about that shit. Yeah, they sound like some bitter ass people, and piss on them.
One of the things that you find when you are when you're successful, and I don't know, Mandy, when you had your first book and it crowdfunded really well, did you find that you had a lot of people that you thought were your friends that suddenly started stabbing you in the back?
I think that's kind of a part of it. People get jealous. They feel like they are putting in more work than you and you're getting more recognition than them. You get a lot of that. It's crowdfunding. So you end up with a lot of jealousy and you just have to move on. You have to, you just have to make new friends and, continue. You can't let these people win. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody here has been attacked at some point by somebody, for nothing really other than jealousy. They'll make up reasons, you're this, you're that, but it goes down to you're getting something that they're not, and they don't know how to handle it. So, yeah.
I think it's a mix of people who don't have the ability to do what we do, and a mix of people who think that they have the ability to do what we do, but the way that they carry their torch either way. I mean, the ones who can't do it brush it off like they try and infantilize it. They make it really minimal, and especially if it's family like that. This is from me and a bunch of other people that I've known. It's just that they rarely, if ever, mention anything about whatever you do, and then when you meet with the people who have the so-called skill, but they have the drive, but not nearly the skill. That they'll get really blustery, really animated and angry if you say something in a way that they can twist and turn into some sort of insults, and then they automatically put the defensive on themselves and they rally people around to make sure that they get them on their side. It's a ridiculous gaslighting crap.
It is. It's very high school. It's very
very high school for people who are. I'm sorry, very high school for people around my age, and it's depressing.
Yes, yeah, it really is. They don't do. It's like because it's online, they can't go the guy route of let's walk outside and handle this. They do it like mentally. It's almost like a mental warfare, like with females in high school. It's very bizarre to be a part of it. When you see it happen, it's like, wow, this literally reminds me of like 9th grade. Yeah, pull her hair, and it's like, what?
It does. It's pathetic. After a while, it's sad because it's like, guys, I mean, no matter how good all of us are, we're 1,001 chance. Easy. All right. I mean, whatever talent, quote unquote, that I may have had or may have, it's like lightning in a bottle. Every single opportunity that I got is lightning in a bottle. I just took advantage of it, just like everybody else here. You know, and it's like you take advantage and you do what you do, and you get what you get where you can get it. You know, if you preen and you make it seem like you're too good for it, because the one thing I do notice is that a lot of people claim to live the life and they act like to live the life, but they really aren't about it. You know what I'm trying? It's like they blow themselves up too much.
Oh yeah.
And bad Leroy, if you're no longer indie, what the heck are you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's like you got put in diamond all of a sudden now, because there are people who think that being a diamond is the end all be all. There are people who think that.
Don't you guys think that there's an element to where people will take indie comic artist and translate that as starving artist, and somehow if you're not succeeding, like the only way to have credibility in that environment is to not succeed?
There's a lot of people out there with that kind of mentality.
Mhm.
Well, it's the romanticism behind it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say before. There's a lot of people in love with the romanticism behind it.
Well, it's like being on a carousel and going after that brass ring. You know, you reach out, you strive for it, you work for it.
That you can't get. You know, it's sad, but
you finally reach out and you get it. And then when the carousel stops, you look at it and you go, "Oh, that's just a brass ring."
Mm-hmm. Now, Lola and the Princess, you're putting out your first book, and you know, I remember when you told me you're gonna put your first book out. I said, "Oh man, here we go. You're gonna be that big boobed heifer who's putting out a comic book." And you know what's gonna happen. It hasn't happened yet, but you know it is. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for the only reason she funded is because of those tits, right? Are you ready for that?
I don't care what they say. Yeah, I have big tits. So what?
I mean, you're gonna have to deal with that. Man, did you ever get anybody that was upset because you were a female?
Most of my anger that I get from people is because I am female. They will say I use my body to sell my books, that I've had some really disgusting stuff said. They get angry because as females, and I know it's true, and you guys probably know it's true, it doesn't take us as long to get noticed within a male-dominated thing. Females show up with a book, you get noticed fairly quickly, where some of the guys have to work for months and months and months even to get somebody to notice them. Girls, it comes a little bit easier, and that really bothers some people that, like they feel like you were just giving it, like they're going to act like you didn't do any work yourself, like it just was given to you, even though the reason you're going to be successful is because you're going to probably work your ass off, more so than you even have any idea. Once you actually launch, it really becomes you're going to this channel, and you're trying to work on your book, and you're trying to get people to, support your project. Yeah. You get a lot of hate. But in the same way, I have gotten a lot of love because I am female as well. So it's, you get a handful of assholes, and then you get the rest of everybody else is really, really supportive. But there are going to be a handful of assholes that just think you're a girl. Everything was given to you. You worked for nothing, and you should not be in their hobby. I've actually had that said to me, "Get out of my hobby." And I'm thinking,
really?
When did this become your hobby? Dang.
Out of my hobby?
Yes. They want
that sounds like a Billy Ocean song. It
does. Get out of my hobby. It does.
Yeah,
like, for real.
So odd. Oh my God. It's funny because it's like it's the funniest thing, because women, if they ever enter anything that's predominantly men, they get all the shit and all that stuff. And it's just the truth of the matter is like they're worried that the woman is going to do a better job than the man is. No matter how innocuous it might be or whatever it is, they will find any fucking excuse. And it's just like just do something good and people will like it. If you don't do anything that's good or isn't anything that fulfills a midlife crisis for you, then you'll be okay.
Right?
Just
Yeah,
like
but
bad Leroy, he gets a step up and everybody gets mad at him.
well,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Well,
That's yeah.
For
But
every
don't get me
fan,
wrong.
you're gonna get 1,000 haters.
There are far more supportive than there are not. It's just, I don't know. It's like human nature. The mean stuff is what sticks with you more than the good stuff. Like you can hear a million, oh my gosh, you're awesome and your book is so great and I love you. But that doesn't stick with you as much as like, you know, the 5 that are just saying awful things to you. So, you know, but luckily it's not that much, but there are some, you know, with everything, there's good and then there's assholes. So
whenever you have that a step up opportunity like that, you really get to know who your real friends are.
absolutely.
I personally have made it a long time ago. I was born with silver spoon though. Remember, Randy? So I don't know what you're talking about. I've dealt with hate. You see, that's right. That's me. Silver spoon. I have you know, I've dealt with hate. I'm old money. I don't understand your
old money.
I don't understand your present ways.
A lot of the hate that I get is actually from females.
Yeah.
A lot of it from females.
Yeah.
How can you ever be taken seriously? Yeah.
Well, I think though, the thing is with that is that like Mandy said, there's that high school mentality. Pull her hair, you know. Let's beat her up. She looked at my boyfriend. Which you know. I mean, you know, they used to always fight over me. I don't know. You guys.
It's usually
your boyfriend ain't looking at you.
looks at her, and that's when it starts. If the boyfriend looks at the girl, girls can be vicious as well. I have found within comics, from my experience, most of the girls have dealt with all the same thing with their books or with their projects, so they're a little bit more supportive. But in my case, anyways, but I've had some female that have been quite foul as well. So yeah, just you get assholes. There's it's the internet. There's assholes about, you know, they're ready to start some shit, and you know.
We have one more question, and I'm gonna put this up. Here we go.
One more. That's it.
Oh, it's not. This isn't really a question. This is more of another one of those statements.
Well, the last one was kind of a statement anyway, not so much a question. But Leroy, hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
This is Mark Borges. Mark, thanks a lot for listening. Thanks for writing in. We appreciate you very much. I'm seeing a lot of talentless hacks weasel their way in the comic space. Proofreaders, artists for fire. Artists for fire?
And this is for hire.
I am pro fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah. Being gifted the title of co-creator. Boom. Yeah. As a comics fan, it makes me weep. As a lawyer, it makes me very excited for the future.
Oh, dude, this guy jizzes all over his damn fucking keyboard. Oh my god.
Somebody smells opportunity.
Well, the one thing is this.
Mark Borges,
comics ambulance chaser. Holy shit. That's funny.
Do we get to run it? Do we get to I do it. Let me run the grift.
You're gonna run it? Run it.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you the grift of the week?
That's right. It is. I mean, are people setting themselves up for future litigation? Sorry, I got these absence for them. Are people setting themselves up because they're entering deals like, I can't pay my artist, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll make you co-creator.
I think this settles back to like bad Leroy's problem. You know, you get a step up, suddenly everybody wants a piece of your pie.
Yeah.
You made me co-creator. I want it.
Yeah.
And remember,
I proofed your book. I'm a co-creator.
Remember, co-creators forever. So
I caught a misspelling. I swear I did.
Let's just say you co-create a book, and then you step away from it, and then your buddy doesn't do anything with the property for 8 years, and then finally on that 9th year he revamps it, and it's now hit on HBO or Showtime.
Yeah,
and you're like, hey, that's the comic I worked on back in 12th grade. I'm the co-creator that I want my money.
Right.
Now you got a problem. And your buddy's like, wait a minute, I revamped all of this. No, you didn't. I did that part. I did that part. So I will be careful with making people co-creators if they don't have anything actually to do with the book.
Or somebody who proofs your book and then decides they're an editor. That's happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay that one alone. I don't have anything to do with that. That's never happened to me.
So
I don't get
weasel their way into the comic space. Yeah.
Mandy, you said
That's that romanticizing thing again. When it's like they do something minimal.
Yep.
And then they blow it up to incredible proportions, to puff up their chest and to make themselves look important. There's this one guy that I know who I don't know how his wife did it, but she managed to get this guy free tables. She managed to get her husband a free table, a free hotel room for a weekend, and transportation to the convention because he did a variant cover of one of the issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that no one reads. And it's like, I'm like, how the fuck did you get something like that? You don't even rank, but he blew himself up. Him and his wife blew himself up to the point where he made himself that much more important. And quite frankly, they aren't.
We've had that discussion here.
That's 3/4 of the audience out there, to be honest with you, with some people.
We've had that discussion here a number of times. A lot of times in this business, it's not how big you are, it's how big everybody else thinks you are.
Mm-hmm.
I keep eating to try to get bigger, but I don't think it's having a side effect.
I'd rather have my art speak for me.
There you go.
That's it. And I'd
Ideally,
like to think
be remembered for what you created, not for your being a pompous ass or being annoying. The guy they give a table to shut him up.
Yeah.
It's to create and inspire. That's the only thing I've ever wanted to do, because I've had to inspire. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have had to do all this ourselves without any type of support from family or friends at one point or another. And it's like, that's what we're here to do. We're here to create, tell a story, and inspire if we can. And I think that's another thing that a lot of people can't do, is inspire. They think that there's accolades behind it, but if you really want to do what you do and you love doing it, you don't look for the accolades. I'm not out there with I'm not out there with 5,000 or 10,000 social media friends or anything like that, taking selfies of stupid shit that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just doing my job, just like a lot of you are as well. And it's
I should mention, I have fallen victim to accolades, so much so that we created one here on the program.
You're gorgeous, man. You're a handsome fuck.
We created one. I'm going to run the intro the bumper for it right now, because I promised I would, and then we're going to start talking about you guys' projects. But let me run the bumper for the Indie VOLT Comic Book Awards. It's coming up. I'll talk a little bit about it too. Here we go. Here's the bumper. More accolades. Here we go.
I love that. That was awesome.
That's right. The Indie VOLT Comic Book Awards is upon us, and in September it's upon us. But you need to go over there right now. Enter your books for a chance at those lovely trophies that we're going to be giving.
There's how many categories? There's like 15 categories.
14 categories. 14. There's a fan category. We have 14 categories, and you can enter your book in all of them, or just one of them. And the judges will be descending upon those books in August. Dreaded Dinosaur, one of the judges, which means that he can't submit any of his stuff at all.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a freaking cool. promo.
Thank you, Love Nuts. Thank you. Yeah,
that was a nice promo. I was like, wow, that's better than anything Channel 7 puts out. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing it at Dave & Buster's. So it'll be live event as well as streamed for those who can't make it. But we encourage everybody, especially if you're nominated, to try to make it out.
What happened? Beacon Theater wasn't available? I mean,
yeah, that
here in Michigan, they had hardcore restrictions.
Well, yeah, I was gonna get the Bijou Theater, and you know what? I was talking to Sean Penn, and the son of a bitch just went around me and booked it for some birthday party or something. I don't know. So,
bastard! What a bastard!
He's not. He's disinvited to all my parties.
It's going to be a great night, great event. So please tell all of your people out there who are making comics, if you got a favorite comic from Comicsgate, from crowdfunding, from anywhere, tell them to submit their books, because we want to make this something special. We want to make this the Academy Awards of Indie Comics.
Yeah, and it's for all comics. I mean, if no matter where you're from, if you want to submit, go ahead. Every book will be looked at fairly. We're not going to toss anybody's book because they're associated with anybody.
Yep, no gatekeeping whatsoever.
And you can be listed in the green section in previews.
Yeah.
Y'all can even be in Diamond and get a chance. That is awesome, you guys. That sounds like so much fun. Plus, I've never been to a Dave & Buster's, but I really want to go because they have like arcade games and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I really want to go to one. Yeah. We don't have them down here.
Everybody that comes to the event, as long as we get to have the live event, Dave & Buster's is going to be feeding them. Yep. You've got other sponsors too, right? Any other sponsors you want to?
StreamYard, Liberty, which is a distribution company for indie comics, which I own. So, StreamYard, IndieCron, and LogoComics.com. They're sponsoring it. Cool. And the money for now there is a submission fee for the books. It's $5 for the title, and then $1 for each category. We didn't want to do that, but we had to. And the thing is, though, since we didn't want to do it, what we did was we said, okay, we're going to give all the submission money to Autism Speaks.
Oh, so you guys, that is such a good organization. That's awesome.
Thanks. So that's really wonderful.
That's sweet. That's great.
This event is really something that's snowballing into something great. It started as a small conversation, almost offhand, that Varian was having with Dave & Buster's before the bug come along. Yeah, we were going to do this last year, but things got too inconvenient. And now this year things are rolling so hard as far as Liberty goes and Indie Volt goes that Varian was thinking about not even doing it. But the Dave & Buster's people have come up to him and they're really up on doing the idea. They really want to treat it like a professional event. They really want to make a big deal about it.
I was
and I forced him.
Yeah. There was a point.
He gave up at one point, and I said no, and I bought the domain and I started working on the site, and then he took over.
There was a point where I was like, yeah, screw this, I'm not.
We had a big argument over it, and I said, well, I'm not giving up, and I started working on it and bought the site.
There was a point where I was like, I can't do this. I can't. I have those moments where I'm like, listen, you guys don't understand. I'm burdened with glorious genius, and sometimes
let me check my shoes.
Right. But no, I did. I kind of got to the point where I was like, I can't do this, and then Lola was like, no, you have to, and we refocused, and she helped me out, and so now September 18th, 2021, it's gonna be a live event. The tickets will go up for sale very soon once we figure out the capacity limitations for the event. But yeah, you're gonna get fed, and who knows, there might be some gaming in there for people. Because I know it's a big arcade, so why not putting a lot of people to go in there?
You know people gonna be playing those games. You ain't getting a bunch of comic book readers in an arcade and not expect them to be pumping quarters in all night.
Yeah.
Now the big thing that people need to know: what is the deadline for submissions?
So there are 3 submission deadlines or windows, I should say. There's an early one, and then there is a official one, and then there is a late one. And the late one, I want to give you guys. So the official deadline basically is the early submission is from now to April 30th. and that's the cheapest you could do at $5 per title, a book per category. The official submission deadline starts May 1st to July 15th. So you'd pay still the $5 per title, but it would be $2 per category. And then the late submission deadline, which is from July 16th to August 11th, is $5 and then $5 per category. So it will be in everyone's best interest to submit early to get their books looked at. They can find all this information on the website. Click on Submit a Project. There's a fact there. You can look there and you can ask any questions. You can also feel free to message iNDIE VOLT any questions you have on Facebook, and we'll get back to you and answer.
The thing with this award is that it's not a popularity well, I think there's one or two entries that are up to fans to judge, but the majority of the awards are going to be decided by a panel of judges who have been in the business. Most of us have been in the business for well over 15, 20 years. So
what kind of stuff are you guys looking for in like winning books? Like, are you focusing more on the artwork, on the story altogether, the presentation?
Depends on the category you want to be nominated in.
Yeah,
okay. So gotcha. So it's not like categories isn't like horror and fantasy and gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we got best comic, best artist, best inker, best colorist, best cover, best letterer, best web comic, best anthology, best graphic novel, best comic strip or one panel, best design. We got one for best children's comic, best ongoing series. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
And one that I really like is best comic you haven't read yet. The comic can't be released. It's got to be a comic that's coming up that you're excited for. And that person now has this horrible pressure on them to put out a good comic.
Right.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, you're going to drive these poor people, the ones that are in that category. You're going to add an extra little layer of stress.
Yes. Imagine if they win, you're sitting there like, you won that award, right? Your comic shit. Your comic. So let's look at some of you guys' projects now. We'll start with the lady, Mandy. Now we know that you have Ward the Wizard.
Yes.
And your first campaign. Eric, could you put that in the private chat for me? I'm sorry, I thought I pulled it up, but
working.
Okay, working. But you've been at this for a while now.
Like I think about a year and a half. I'm rolling up on my second year of being a comic book creator, so it's very cool.
Excellent, good job.
Have you had the Comic-Con experience yet?
I have not. I was invited to Dragon Con, and then the Coup hit, and it got canceled, and that was going to be my first one ever to actually not just be walking around, look at it, to actually being a part of it. So
that's a hell of a con to cut your teeth on.
Right? Yeah. Well, Billy Tucci invites you to sit on a panel with him. You say, yeah. Are you kidding me? Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So, but then it got canceled, and I was like almost about to cry. I was like, no.
It's funny. I'm not gonna tell that story. Well, I've
known Billy for 10 years. He never invited me on a panel.
Yeah. I've known him for longer than that. He just, never invited me for nothing.
We're just giving you a hard time.
I do not care.
I've been invited to panels. They're usually minority and comics.
I don't go on those damn panels. I can't do that. I'm too shy.
Well, I will say this. I've been invited to 3 panels, one of which I looked at the other people on the panel and I'm like, what put us together? Oh, this is minority and comics panel.
Oh.
I'm like, but this being here. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. I ended up not being able to do it.
Did you do it? Did you do it anyway, or did you walk?
No, I couldn't do it. I ended up not being able to do that show. But I'll tell you this. I know someone who fell in love with Comic-Cons and got so mad that we couldn't go once that they were also moved to tears and went and took out a loan so that we could go. I'm not gonna.
Eric, is there a story there?
I'm not gonna point any fingers
just kidding.
at who would do such a thing. Oh, I'm sorry. My fingers slipped. I'm sorry. who would do such a thing? Who would take out a loan to make us go to a
usually
conference?
I'm the one they call to drive them to a con. So
Yeah. I'm Erica. I want to go to a con. Let's go. No, let's. Oh, did you put it in there? Okay, let me check out this. I was stalling for time. You see how we do on TV, kids? Let me pull this up here. I feel like school teachers. I'm gonna share my screen 1 second. And they look around.
Hang on, kids.
You there? Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Don't you touch him.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Of course, now they're all worried that their husbands are in the background. Anyway, it's weird. All right, Ward the Wizard, The Portal of Echoes. Here we go from Mandy Summers. She's got a new book. Now, first of all, the art for this is great.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So yeah, this is my second book in the Wizard saga, I guess. I don't know if you guys have read the first one, but in the first one, Wart the Wizard, he is a level 1 wizard. He does not have any spells in the first book, so he literally has to find items and then figure out how to use the items to get himself further along. I'm a gamer as well, and retro gamer, I would say. So I took a lot from King's Quest and Leisure Suit Larry and games that I played when I was little, and brought that into Wart the Wizard. So it has a level up system. It's very different than traditional comics. So yeah, this is my second one. The orb has hatched. It wasn't really an orb, it was an egg, and now Wart has this cute little baby dragon that he takes along with him to get him into all kinds of trouble. And yeah, this is just a blast to write. And this time I went with Peter Gilmore for the art to kind of show, because in the first one I did everything myself. I thought it was very important that
That was interesting.
Yeah, I did. Well, I felt like, I'm going to be promoting books. I want to do this, but I had never done it before at that point, and I wanted to understand every aspect of what it was like to make a book, to promote it, to draw it, to, letter it, color it, all of that. So, I did everything myself on the very first book, but I am not, as I've said before, I'm not technically an artist. So yeah, this time I got a real artist to do it. And it's just amazing. It is everything I wanted it to be. But yeah, it's a funny, all ages book. I made it, being a mother myself, I made this with parents in mind to give you something to read to your kids that is not the same repetitive rhyming like Llama Llama, Red Pajama, or, Dr. Seuss, which we all love. But at the same time, you can only read Green Eggs and Ham so many times before you kind of just want to hit your head up against a wall. Mm-hmm. So I brought a comic aspect to my story to make it, to make it different and fun.
And I see there's some remastering going on.
Yes. Peter is actually doing a redraw of the one that I did, my very first book, the original Wart the Wizard. Peter is doing a redraw, and we have offered that up on the campaign as well for those that, kind of want to see it the way in my head I wanted it to look, but my artistic skills couldn't bring it. So we did put that up there too, just so, if people wanted to see what it looked like in my head when I did it, they could get that as well.
It was one of those, how do you know if you don't try?
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't understand people until you've kind of walked in their shoes.
Sure.
And I wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to be able to promote, and get these. I thought just indie comics was the most amazing thing. I thought Comicscape was just amazing. And comics has started getting kind of crappy lately, to the point I had quit reading them and only found out about the indie scene because of a Rainbow Bright comic book. So strangely enough, that's how I found out about indie comics. And yeah, I wanted to be a part of it. And how can you really help if you don't understand what people are going through when they're promoting? Now I get it. If your book's late, that extra stress that's on your shoulders of, oh my gosh, are they going to, am I going to lose all my backers? Are they going to trust me? Because in the middle of the first one, I also learned how to go digital. So I did about 50 pages of the 90-page book. I did it traditionally, And then I found out about digital. And so I swapped everything over to digital, like mid-campaign. So it pushed it back. But luckily, everybody was just so amazing. And of course, I was very open. You know, I didn't try to hide the fact that, hey, I'm doing a redraw, so I'm pushing back the time. But, there's a lot of stress that you don't, until you do it, you don't really know about.
Now,
so, yeah.
I want to ask you, since you were doing the first book completely, never done this before, what's like one or two things that totally took you by surprise that you had no idea caught you out of left field?
How hard it is to do the sequential art, and how hard it is to, because you don't have somebody standing over your shoulders telling you have to do it. You literally, you're in control. So time management is so very important for a creator. You have to be able to manage your time, because at the same time that you're drawing it, you also need to be, on every live stream that you can possibly get on so that you can promote it, because you need people to see the book that you're working on, right? So, I would say those were, I had no idea how much, when you say to yourself, I'm going to draw a 90-page book, but that sounds simple. Then you're trying to do it, and you've got one panel that you can't get right, and this damn picture will not do what you want it to do, and you spend 4 days on one panel trying to make it right, and you don't know that until you do it. How difficult that can be, and how much you can drive yourself crazy going back and fixing, and time management.
But see, that's interesting. You said it took 90-page comics. Like 90 pages worth of comics, I can do that. I hear 10 pages and I'm like, can't do this. I don't want to do this. Oh, look, there's my bed.
Right.
Netflix. I'm all of a sudden I'm sick.
Roddy Piper ended up being about 54 pages, and I remember being somewhere in the 30s. And even though I was enjoying doing it, I was just so sick of doing it.
Yeah,
because it's the same scenarios, the same characters. Yeah, it's like And I was doing this as an 8-hour work day every day since the pandemic started, so I could catch up on my backlog. Because one of the problems that I had when I was doing is I needed to do cons to pay the bills. So I was doing cons, I wasn't drawing, and when I was drawing, I wasn't making any money. And our Indiegogo campaign, for whatever reason, just didn't get the looks that it needed. So I was pretty much drawing this for free to get it done. I was under contract. It's a licensed book, and I just had to slug through it. And that really disciplined the crap out of me. So and now I feel much more confident about my next project.
Right. That would be what I would say is the most, just managing your time, to be able to do everything, and not like I was going during the original Wort the Wizard. I was going 2 and 3 days where I was getting like 2 hours sleep, and I was just living off of Red Bull. Hey, Niall, how are you, love bug? Hey, but you're just like living off of coffee and Red Bulls and energy drinks, and then you're doing live streams and you can't even remember what's on your campaign page, and they're like, well, with this and this tier, and you're like, oh shit, I don't even remember. Hold on, I gotta look. Because you're about dead. So
I can agree. I remember staying up with Lola putting together the colors on a book for 2 days straight. And when we decided we needed some sleep, it was you sleep for an hour and color. I'll sleep. Yeah, and then we'll switch up. Then you wake me up, and we would do that. And we got the book colored. We got the book colored in 2 days and got it to the printer on time. And it was colored horribly. We look back on it now and say, oh my God.
Crayons and streaks everywhere.
It was, we didn't know, but I mean, here's the thing. It's passable. I've seen some works that have been done since then that I'm like, we did better than that. But
and they probably took all month. But
but we I remember my mother saying to me, "You guys chill up. I'm gonna go get you some Coke." And I'm like, "What?" And I realized she meant Coca-Cola, not not she was gonna go, she's gonna go on the corner and score for me, come back in.
Briefly,
got-
what's our radio numbers?
Right now, we are broadcasting everywhere except for the U.S., which we never broadcast in the U.S. live. We should. I think in March I'm going to start. We are right now at. Oh, look at that! Yeah, we are at 82,400. 82,400. Thank you for listening. 82,400 people listening. Thank you.
Appreciate all of
you.
it.
World.
Yeah.
We got Portugal. We got Egypt back in the house again. Thank you, Egypt. Appreciate it.
Egypt.
Yeah, China's here. Yeah, it goes global. It's internet radio. So
We're global. Yeah.
We got Egypt, which China was here, and normally China gets pulled at 1,000. They are at 2,000 right now.
Wow.
So
Cool.
I'll take that.
Amazing.
I'll take
That
it.
is so awesome. Hi, all you guys. How cool is this?
They're gonna.
Hello, planet Earth.
Yeah. We joke that people always get weird requests for friends after being on the show.
Yeah.
And I used to think they were bot accounts. And then I started looking through and I'm like, no, this is an artist.
Mhm.
This is someone who's learning how to draw, or this is someone who's just into comics. And, I'm like, oh, and you'll ask them, why did you friend me? And some of them get upset. They're like, they think you're being mean. And then, oh, no, I heard you on the radio. And it's, there's my dollars at work. Sweet.
Yep.
But yeah, I do appreciate, we appreciate you guys listening in. And you
Deeply.
can all pop over there to Indiegogo and back Wart the Wizard, the Portal of Echoes. You got 27 days left.
Yes.
And the cool thing is, Mandy is shipping worldwide. Now,
Yay.
Mandy, you're shipping worldwide. So that
Yes.
means anybody who's listening right now can get this book.
Yeah.
And did you do that with the first campaign? Did you ship worldwide?
I did. I offer that for every campaign because we're crowdfunding. So I have backers from China, Singapore, just all over the world. And I want, if you want my book, I want you guys to be able to get it and it not. So yeah, I ship worldwide in Gemini mailers and bubble wrap. So I make
Very
sure it
good.
gets there really carefully as well.
Let's give Mandy's book the Indie Vault bump tonight. Make sure that it gets some money up there, and she can do a third and fourth and fifth and sixth book.
She's so close to $3,000. We got to get this. It's got to be above $3,000 by the time we sign off tonight. Come on,
Probably
guys.
need to hit refresh.
We'll take a look. Let's hit refresh. Better not be porn. Better not be porn. Okay. Yeah. I stole that from Ethan. Better not be porn. Let's bring up another campaign that my computer tells me it doesn't want me to find right now, but I'm going to find it.
Well, tell me where it is. I can pull it up.
No, I can do it, Randy. I can do it. I'm a big boy.
So speaking for stalling for time,
There we go.
Nobody said you weren't a good boy.
Now, this here is from Rich. Now, Rich, explain this book to us because
Okay.
I'm in love with the art, but
Thank you.
You're over on Kickstarter with this. But go ahead and explain to it. Or should I play the video first?
Yeah, play the video. It's awesome.
Okay. Let me make sure that I got the sound going. Right? Because that would be embarrassing to play it.
I
Play
do
the video a
that
little bit.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the video too, so haha.
Did you make you made the video as well? Oh,
Yeah, check it out. It's awesome. I love it.
all right.
I'm a nerd. I love it. That's all I can say.
what kind of video is this?
Very good, very good.
That was badass. I loved it. You did good. Night, Niall.
Thank you.
So, and this.
Did you guys actually see it?
Yeah.
Looks
Oh,
good.
thank God. Okay. I couldn't see it. My internet broke up for a minute.
Oh, no, it was good. It's really good.
Now, I
Thank
don't
you.
know if this is the Jen talking, but how do you pronounce the name of your book?
The Incantessi.
Incantessi. Okay.
Yes.
Is it? I detect a bit of accent on there. Is that Italian?
Yes.
Okay, so Lola can say.
The story is based in Milan, Italy, and there's a girl. Her name is the main character. Her name is Cassandra, and she finds out in the most uncomfortable and not easy to tolerate way that she is not only destined to be one of the greatest sorcerers that the earth has ever seen, but she's also a keeper of the wrath. Now, her name is not Incantessi in and of itself. It's the name of the coven of like masters of the mystic arts from like 200-300 years ago. And during the time when everyone was trying to kill witches or trying to kill warlocks or people who were suspected of being witches, some of the Incantessi fought back and they became the Wrath. And the Wrath initially were to defend other people who had the ability to use the mystic arts, but a bunch of them became really bloodthirsty. And over a very short period of time, more and more of them decided to become the Wrath. And there were less and less Incantessi. So the Wrath decided that regular human beings should be just destroyed. So they were about to kill everybody in Europe and then spread out to the rest of the planet. But the few remaining Incantessi managed to conjure up a spell that took all of the Wrath and poured them into a pocket dimension, because they don't kill. The Wrath does, but they don't, which was dumb. But what happened was after that there was only one Incantessi left after, and that secret and the ability and the powers would be transferred one place to another over the time to make sure that the Wrath never escaped this extra dimensional portal. And Cassandra finds out that she's supposed to do it, but the way that she finds out on how she is supposed to do it, she has two choices at that point. Either she embraces her destiny or she becomes consumed by it. So we don't know if she winds up the hero of the story or the villain.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah, we don't know, because the things that lead her to that point in that decision, it's trust me, it's not going to be really nice. Love this one back the first day. Thank you, Trish. I love you for that. That's really sweet.
Love the magic and artwork.
This project, both of us have support on it.
Yeah,
thank you.
There you go, Trish.
You sent me the black and white of that today, and it's a Kickstarter piece.
I sent you the black and white. I thought I sent you the almost finished version with the color in it. I sent you the black and white version.
Yeah, and Messenger.
All right. Wow, that's terrible. That can't be. I forgive me. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's no problem. I'll put up the one you sent me if you want me to. I can put it up, and you can. Which I really liked. I thought it was cool.
Oh, wait, what do you mean, the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah. I just finished that. I did a lot of the drawing of the book in digital.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some pages, there were some that I wanted to do. I mean, mostly to keep for myself, that I wanted to do in tradition. And I just finished inking that today. I did a live presentation, and I inked most of that. And I finished inking it today. And I love it. I love doing this stuff traditionally. But just like with Mandy, I've fallen in love with digital, and it works really well. But there were some, again, there was like, I think I have about 10 or 15 pages. I'm still trying to remember how many that I actually did traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be putting those on the Kickstarter as rewards, because I decided I was going to do that after I hit the 1,100 British pound goal that I was set for myself. I did that in 5 days, and now I have it as a reward. So,
yeah. And the dark secret is that Rich is actually from the UK. He's an actor. He's actually hiding his voice right now. He's hiding his accent.
Hey, you bloody bastard. Why would you tell them that? What's wrong with you?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Peter, do you hear this accent?
You haven't time. You know how it is to try and talk like you're less intelligent when you're from Brooklyn. I've had to eat a lot of pizza to do the research, and now you do this to me. Tosser.
So let me guess. You're in a pub. People are talking football. You're gonna turn that accent on just so they don't single you out.
You bloody Yankee bastard! What's wrong with you? You know what football is? You know what American football is? Rugby for pussies. That's what it is. Because you all need the equipment. You have to stop and start every other 5 seconds, and you get injured all the time. Please, see this over here? This was when someone punched me in the face when I was trying to get a ball and then kick it through the upright. But no, I didn't stop playing. You know why? Because I'm not an American football player. American football player means pussy, where we are from here.
You know, I every time Russ is on, I don't know if you guys notice, Russ makes a comment about American football. Yeah. Every time he's on, Russ leaves, and I'm like,
I am a huge fan of American football. I love my New York Giants and my Pittsburgh Steelers. Hate the Jets, hate the Cowboys. Cowboys suck. Forever. I don't care who says otherwise.
Listen, like the
Dolphins? The Dolphins. I miss Dan Marino.
Laces out, Dan.
Laces out, Dan. Laces out.
Well, here's the thing. I like the Cowboys.
Talk all you want. Eric, myself, and Varian are all from Michigan, so we've taken enough abuse.
Yeah. Well,
oh God, the Detroit Lions. You guys never win on Thanksgiving Day.
I'm glad he's gone.
Well, here's the thing.
Stop playing football in Michigan and just like eat Thanksgiving dinner for fuck's sake. That's it.
Here's the thing. Why I like the Cowboys, because if I squint my eyes, it looks like the Lions are winning. It's like,
Rich, you got it all wrong. That Thanksgiving Day, that's the closest we get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We got to have that. Yeah. If we don't have that, we don't have a team. There's no reason to play.
It's the only way our indigestion works anymore on Thanksgiving Day is to sit there and root for them for the first 3 quarters and then be so disappointed by the 4th when we all have to take a shit.
Oh God, that was the Jets this year, man. It's like 2-14. I was like, wow, I haven't seen this since the Kotek era. Oh,
can't tell you how many times
vomiting.
I've sat at the in-laws' house and going, everybody around's going, we're gonna win, till that 4th quarter.
All right, this is the comic show. We're starting to lose viewers, so let's.
Yeah, sorry.
So you got 20 days left to go on this campaign. $2,073 is what you got. Your goal. 1 second, I'm actually looking at your goal. You passed your goal.
Yeah.
And you know 20 days left to go. This book is also another book that you estimated delivery is going to be April 2021, but anywhere in the world as well for you, sir.
Yes, and being that I live in London, that I live near London, it's going to be spread out all over the place, relatively easy in comparison to, wherever else it's supposed to be. This was a really fun book. This was really fantastic. We've already hit our stretch goal. Well, we hit an initial goal of 11. Well, I go by British pounds, so it's like 1,100 British pounds. That was the goal, and I have 1,505 at this point. And our initial goal was passed, and I decided that I'm going to include anybody's listening. I'm going to include the Incantessi Companion. That's going to have a whole bunch of concept art from the characters. It's going to have some scenes from it. It's going to have the story on how it was created. I'm also going to put into the book some of the pages that I drew that I wound up discarding and not using, or maybe transmuting or changing a little bit here and explaining my process. And I will also show the way that I came across this idea. I came across this idea by doing a commission for a lovely Italian actress who's a really good friend. I adore this person. Her name is Sofia Broccani. And she was just watching a couple of my Go Live sessions, and she asked, "Hey, is there any way you can draw me as a superhero?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we talked about it, and I asked her what would she like, and she wanted to be drawn as like someone with, someone who could do magic. So with the costume that she had, with the uniform she has right now, I came up with a little bit more of a flowing costume or something like that, and it came out great. And then that's right around that time was when I wanted to do self-publishing. But then at that point, I was realizing, oh my God, all my characters really suck. And again, like I didn't want it to make it seem like a midlife crisis comic. So I was like, all right, I got to do something that's entirely different. So I'm looking on my table just innocuously, and then I see her picture, and then all of a sudden, the whole, like, the guts of the story just popped into my head. I was like, holy shit, this would work. And I can't, just to be respectful, I was like, Sophia, would it be okay if I used your likeness as the main character? And she said yes, and it works. It worked. And it took me 6 months to do the first issue. It took me 6 months to do the first issue. I mean, I told you guys why already. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I was also working on other assignments as well. So, but now I got it down to a point where I'm going to put an issue out every 3 months. That's penciling, awesome. Inking, coloring, and lettering the book. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Very cool.
Thank you. And I'd be.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. You first.
Oh, I was gonna say, no, it looks phenomenal. I like the. I like a lot of those splashes in there. I can't do it, but you and I had, like Mandy said, I had started drawing digitally. Eric forced me to, and so I started, and I can see the appeal of it, but I still like the paper because I know when I start inking, I don't think I can do that digitally. I can do that traditionally as well, but I know digitally, I'll make a mess trying to do that with the ink smears and the different impacts of the ink. I can't do that digitally. Randy can. He's much better than I, though.
Well, see, that's what I loved taking digital, because inky was so difficult for me, because one mistake can almost, you could ruin an entire panel from one mistake if you do it just right. But, with digital, if I make a mistake, I hit the back button. And then so I don't have that extra layer of, before when I was doing it digitally, it's like if anybody even comes near me, I'm like, don't bump me, get away from me, don't touch me while I'm doing it. But now it's like, if you mess up, you just back button out and just, So
thank you.
Cool artwork.
Cool artwork. Thank you. No, it's working in digital. The one thing that it's done, I mean, just like Mandy said, it's like if there's a mistake, you can just erase it, get rid of it. What you're looking at right now, this page over here, these are pages from issue 2. I think if you go down 4 more, these are preview pages from issue 2. I don't know if they're there. I mean, that one is definitely issue 2. But that's a commission. Sorry about that. I don't know if I have any more pages. I have to see if I put them up. All right, chance. No, I did not. I'm sorry. These are full color images of the stuff that I just showed you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like like I said, I did the line art, the coloring, the lettering and all that stuff. And that's the actress that asked me for the commission. Mm-hmm. That's her.
Aww.
And her likeness is the main protagonist in this comic, and I'm so happy. If this person didn't ask me to do this commission for her, there wouldn't be anything that I would have put out, or I would have put something on it would have sucked.
It's strange how creativity works.
Yeah. Oh, she is a absolute classic Italian beauty, absolute, and it's just like boom. That was it. I was
sometimes
like,
you just have to find your muse,
Exactly.
whatever that muse is.
I guess you could say maybe I just consider her a really, really good friend.
Yeah. I was looking at her. She looks a lot like one of Lola's cousins, and Lola's family is Italian. But the funny thing is about muses is that I have a muse for one of the main characters in my comic, and I was warned that she better stay a muse. There would be no amusement
Yeah,
And,
the one thing I did, when I talked to her, when I spoke to her about it, though I wanted to be as respectful as I possibly could. So the first thing I did was I approached my wife about it,
Good.
and then when I talked to Sophia about it, the one thing I wanted to make sure, I know it might sound a little, I don't think it was ham-fisted. I just wanted to like get it out there. I was like, yeah, I mean, whatever feelings I have towards this person, I said to her, it's like, look, I hope you don't mind that I'm saying this to you, because I don't see you as any romantic interest. I have a wife, and she was appreciative of that. She's like, well, thank you. I'm glad you did that respectfully. And I tell my wife everything when it comes to that. So I'm not going to disrespect her in any way like that at all.
well, some of us artists are weird. We're like, can I make a comic book character off of you? Sure, great, that's awesome, sweet. Can you send me news? It was that where I know how we are. Not we, but the bad ones.
Some.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mature male. I'm not going to do anything, stupid. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything dumb. I'm married. The ship sailed. We're good.
Rich is an adult, not an old kid.
I'm an adult. Thank you.
I think that I have
The ship sailed, had my fun. Now I have a new kind of fun, which I will spend the rest of my life with this chick. The one who just closed the door because I was being too loud. I
think that I've done more dumb stuff now that I'm married than I did when I was single. At least I get told that was dumb.
Well, I think as a married, I think when you're married and like you do dumb stuff because you're trying to do the smart stuff.
No, I'm a bad influence on him.
Yeah,
it's like you're like if I do it this way, or if I don't tell her, she won't get mad, but I should tell her, but she'll be mad. But what do I do? And it's like you get confused, and you're like, "Fuck!" You still make and
then you start sentences. Look, I know you're going to be mad, but, or don't be mad, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be mad, but I have to bring her panties back to the room. Just like it's like, no, you can't do that. That's really terrible. It's really bad. You can't do that.
Incontesting is a
yes. This book is a labor of love, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm very happy that it met its goal. I'm reaching for the heights a little bit more, and we're going to see how far I can take this. I'm going to show this at every convention I'm going to go to when we go to conventions again. And I'll be all incantessi all the time from here on in until I finish the four issues that I'm supposed to do with this thing. That's it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yes, it is. And I'm very happy that you had me on your show, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this book. It looks good, and again, I know you got a long list of credits: Marvel, DC, and so that means you've been with the enemy. We forgive you. I'm just kidding. No, I do love your artwork though, and
thank you. Thank you.
Now
You just better learn how to say the name properly.
Incantessi. I can dance. Incantessi.
Incantessi.
That's all horrible.
You're a terrible Italian.
Yeah, Randy's like, where's my taste? Where is my taste? Rich, where's my money? Oh, you can listen.
Where's my money?
Yeah. When I go to Lola's family's house, they look at this kid over here. Come over here and sit down. This fucking kid. Come over here and sit down.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Pull the fucking chair out. Sit right there.
That's so.
We have funerals and everybody has a knife on them.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought black people were violent. Why do they all have knives? I'm like, someone's dead here already. Why? And they're like, well, you never know what's gonna happen. I'm like, it's a funeral. What the hell do you mean something's gonna happen? I'm going to sit in the car.
We don't like each other.
You don't, apparently, and I don't like
We don't.
And then they walk in. I knew there was gonna be a problem because when I walked in, it's like, first of all, I realized that they eat at funerals. her family. They eat at funerals. I'm talking about there's a spread like craft services.
Oh,
And
they eat all the damn time.
yeah, and I'm like, well, I guess. And I then the other thing is they kept talking about eggplants, and I thought there was some eggplant on the table. They're talking about me, but also
That part's not true.
It was true.
They were just staring at him, wondering who he was.
We're gonna have this conversation later. Anyway, I just variant. Yes. Do you know why there's only 2 pallbearers at a black funeral? No. Why? Because a trash can only has 2 handles. I got told that joke
By my dad.
by her dad, and I.
Oh,
Yeah, and I responded with something that I won't tell you what I said, but I kept in mind he had that knife, so I said it at a nice good distance when I said it. I was out of stabbing range. Incantessi, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick up that and Wart the Wizard.
thank you.
Incantessi is on Kickstarter, folks. Just look it up. It's a good book.
And also
Thank
send Lola's dad all type of hate messages.
Do
What
it.
do you guys think? And tell me if I'm wrong.
I give you permission. Send them all the hate mail.
He looks like Mario from Mario Brothers.
He does. He's short and he's fat.
No, I'm sorry. Also, Larry says, I am a total mimp. Is that new? Or did you mean simp? He says,
No, Larry's been in the chat this whole time trying to get Mandy's attention.
Hey, Novi Comics is freaking awesome. Like, what? Hey, like, how are you?
Yeah, you know, he has that he has that soundbite. The
Yes.
Yeah. We can't let that go. He has that soundbite.
JD's in the house. They both look like a lot of fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need a soundbite from her for our radio station.
Yeah, we got to get a soundbite from her. When we go, we're not live. We'll be in the background and get a nice clear one of her.
Yeah.
saying.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll put it on the radio so she can always have a bumper there. Saying like, what? Although, do you remember that song? It was a song like, and the guy would say like, what? I forgot the rapper's name, but they should take his like what out and put Mandy's in as a remix. I think it'd be great.
I used that in my like don't give a fuck like what that yes, I actually have a clip of that in my intro on my channel that plays. It gets me to where I don't get like I can't get full monetization because it's like within the first 10 seconds it's the F-bomb. So, but I still love it, so I use it anyways.
You gotta move that around so it's moved around a bit.
I know.
Yeah, just push it back to the 30-second mark. We'll just start opening shows as like fuck. Here from Indie Vote Radio, question for you guys, and that is this. How do you tell your backers that the book will not be coming out unless you do another additional round of funding? Just like that.
You don't.
Transparency is always the key.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. Just be upfront and honest with your backers about where you are at. And they 99.9% of the time, they just want to know, they support you. They wouldn't have backed your book. So just be honest, be upfront, be open and transparent, be everything that the mainstream is not. And people will be completely understanding to it. So yeah, honesty is the best policy.
Just tell them, hey, I need to do another round of funding because otherwise you guys aren't getting shit. Just tell them. We got another guest in the green room. Did you want to come in? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, go. Ladies and gentlemen, join.
I sent him a link.
Okay, join. I sent him one too, but I don't know if he wanted to come in now or later. Joined by JD Calderon.
Hey.
Hello, JD Calderon. Hi.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself to the radio audience, JD.
My name is JD Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles, currently funding on Kickstarter. Let me just show you these. These are the books that I'm currently funding.
Wow.
issues.
All right then.
They look great.
Yeah, issues 1 and 2
All right.
of We Were Just Passing Through.
You've
So
got
it's-
10 books out. JD Calderon, though, don't worry, not able to submit those books to the Indie Vote Awards because he's on the judging panel.
Yeah.
So,
Take him in.
yeah, good job, JD. You played yourself.
Yes. Well, listen, I actually, I'm actually looking forward to picking out the best of all the indie stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You understand?
It will.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said, and removing myself from it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
right
really have a
next to the
problem with it.
Wi-Fi. That's incredible.
Oh, your Wi-Fi is dropping?
Yeah, he's
We're
starting
here
to
for you,
skip.
Rich, don't worry.
Yeah, he's starting to freeze up a little.
Yeah. Rich, you might have to go out and come back in again.
Yeah.
I think
We love you, buddy. We want you here.
I think for you, JD, it's really interesting that again you got those 2 books out now. Now I once had the whole All's Wall collection. Now I got to get 2 more books. I see what's going on here. It's a racket.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to the world of comic publishing. man.
You never planned on stopping the story.
No. There's only another 30, 40 issues to go.
Yeah, there's Rich.
I'm back.
And it's really cool to have those there. You also with everyone in the chat now. Everybody's back. Indie Vote Radio. I want to give out the numbers. High number for us now: 88,700.
Great.
88,700 people listening around the world. If I get to another 9, if I hit 9, that'll be that already is a high record. But
It's
if we hit 9,
a goal. It's a goal.
I'm probably gonna polish this bottle off and make them out the server cost for tomorrow.
I thought we were up around the 90s at one point.
I think so, but I think
I know you were sweating that 100,000 mark.
yeah. Well, at the
Really
90
hard.
The 90 mark wasn't good either. So
I'm gonna charge people.
yeah. I'm gonna start charging people. I'm gonna start doing those paid ones. The paid YouTube. Is it paid?
Everybody out there listening to us on the radio, tell your friends so that Varian has to pay more for streaming.
That's why I have a tip jar. Tip the jar, so it covers the radio.
I thought she said for some everyone. I know you guys thought you heard tit jar.
No, it's tip with a P.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm horrible. I think did Rich message me? Did he? Is that what I got?
Yeah, he dropped out again.
Yeah, he says. He says Wi-Fi is terrible. He's surprised he got the signal that long.
Oh, Rich. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will keep Rich's book in mind and keep bringing it back up. Hopefully, he gets us to enter into the contest. That's not a contest, the award show. I keep calling it a
The
contest.
award show. It is a contest. It's actually a real contest instead of a popularity show.
Yeah. Hey, my friends are here.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way I can win. I need.
There he's back.
He's back. Rich, if it
Welcome
doesn't,
back.
can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Rich? Are you there? No. It's also very late at night for Rich. So he was saying earlier he might not.
He's in the future. It's already tomorrow there.
It is.
Oh, he's in Europe?
Thursday morning.
Yeah,
He's in England. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Not too far out of London.
Ah.
We can get him and Russ and Glenn together for some football,
Mhm.
some real football.
He's just staring into space now. So when in doubt, wire up the with RJ45 cord. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have another question.
There he
Can
is.
you guys hear me at this point? Can you see
Yes,
me?
we can.
Yes, you're back.
I'm sorry that this internet is crap. Virgin internet is dog shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Richard Branson, you asshole.
Branson. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, it is 3:30 in the morning over here. I'm dead tired. If you don't mind.
We don't mind at all, Rich. We really appreciate you coming on and showing us that Incantessi. That was amazing.
Mhm.
Great book.
Thank you. If I'll message a bunch of you later.
Okay.
Because I already talked to Randy about. I think I talked to Randy and Mandy about it. So, just let me know.
And
all
Rich,
right?
you're
One
welcome
person
back.
Let me know. The other person will, whether or not. So, what'd you
Rich,
say?
you're welcome back anytime. And we do have a Thursday show that's on in the morning, which is like mid-afternoon where you are.
I I'd love to show up just to like shoot the shit if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, always. We'd
That's all
love to
they
have
do
you
on
on.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's what we do. Try to wake up and shoot the
you
shit.
guys. Thanks,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Rich, very much.
I am going to sleep, and I will talk to you cats later.
All right.
All right.
Hi, Rick. It was so good
Take care. You
meeting
have a good night.
Take
Yeah,
care.
big hearts here too. I'll see you guys later.
All
All
right.
right. Good meeting you. You take care.
Good night.
The feeling is mutual. All of you. Thank you. See you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Now-
Okay.
I'm looking, glancing at Twitter here, Mandy. Do you have another book called Pirate Queen going on?
I am doing Pirate Queen right now as well with my artist Clint Helinsky. And yeah, we just got done fulfilling the one right before that, Super Dead, that I was doing with Peter Gilmore. So that one just got done being fulfilled. Yeah, and so we are about to start, I think in a couple of weeks, we'll be starting the fulfillment for Pirate Queen. So it'll be going out very, very soon.
Sweet.
That's cool. And so you've been staying busy. You're not just like a like, I'm just gonna stick with this book. You're doing a lot of other ones. Not me. I stick with one book. I'm like this.
Oh,
is
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
Listen to this. The guy sticks with one book. He's got a radio empire he runs. He's got a Roku channel. He's got a distribution company he's starting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sticks with one book.
Right. You stick with one book, but you were doing like a million other things on the side.
Yeah.
Do we still have China? Do we still have China?
We do still have China at 2,400.
Wow.
Listen,
We love each and every one of you. Thanks so much for listening in.
let
I
me
got
bring-
the link in the private chat if you want to bring up Pirate Queen
I'm about to
briefly.
bring it up right now. It was
You want me to do it?
I got it. It's right here. Randy.
'Cause I looked at that earlier. It looks awesome. Look at that.
Can I play the intro for it?
Yes. Clint Helinsky made this. So he did a pretty good job, I think.
Action and adventure with the Pirate Queen. Join the crew of the Star Raider as the Pirate Queen leads them in search of treasure and riches across the galaxy. This will be a 60-page book with lots of extras, including prints, trading cards, bonus Pirate Queen art book, and original sketches by the artist. Don't miss out on all the fun. Written by Mandy
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
by Clint Helinsky. Pirate Queen.
Very
Sweet.
nice.
Yeah, this is a really, really fun book. This is actually Clint's IP. This is a book he's been working on for years and years, and he got in contact with me, I think, just like after a promo like stream one night when we were doing his book he was doing with Mark Polton, Sea Dog and Coda and Killswitch, and afterwards he was like, I have an IP that I would love for you to write if you are interested. And yeah, he sent me over some Pirate Queen stuff, and I fell in love. It's such a fun book. We, she is a very much Ava Bloodstone is the main character. She's the gorgeous redhead you see. Yeah, she's a space pirate, kind of like Han Solo.
Mhm.
So she's, being chased by this evil Federation. And she's trying to get away from them while at the same time, keep collecting, that money. And yeah, she keeps getting herself in all of these crazy situations and has to get herself out of it. Sometimes you got to flash your boobs to get out of some stuff. So this was really fun. We poked fun at Star Wars and Star Trek, and there's Easter eggs hidden all in the art. And Clint is just such an amazing artist. So
I liked how Lola nodded when you said you got to flash your boobs to get out of stuff. She's like, "Yep,
sometimes,
yeah."
you got to.
Speeding tickets, no more.
Exactly.
I think that now I had no idea about this, so thanks for sharing this. This is really good, and you know, I mean, it's a you really are busy. Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot on your plate this year. It's only I'm sure you got more as you're not telling us about, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll find out like everyone else.
Well, I've done 4 so far, 4 books since I've gotten here. I've also wrote my novella Hardcore Pornosaur that I'm really proud of.
Pornosaur?
Yeah, it's dinosaur erotica. Well, it's making fun of dinosaur erotica. That's a thing, y'all. People write that shit.
Yep.
People write that. And I found out about it. Like I was on the stream and they were looking at, I think it's like Chuck Tingle stuff. And I was like, well, I want to write dino erotica too. So I wrote a novella of Hardcore Pornosaur.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Has it passed? Is it bigger than Sasquatch?
I could not believe how many copies of that I saw. You know, we just did like a little digital. We put it up on Amazon at first, and some haters got it kicked off of Amazon because I guess they were anti-dino erotica or something.
Wow.
So, but we've just moved it over like to the website that Wyatt Holiday runs, which is Stuntman. No, that's mine. Which is Comics Avalon. So we moved it over there and okay, Amazon won't let me sell it. So we'll sell it over here on Comics Avalon. So
who knew there were dino porn haters out there?
Yeah.
Right? How do you find out about that and be like not even a little bit intrigued?
Really?
Like not even a little bit to know that there is like dinosaur erotica out there.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Like if you don't like dinosaur erotica, your beliefs are pretty prehistoric.
Exactly.
Speaking of erotica, our own Lola, the Indie Princess, has Lore getting ready to come out. Her first book, launching March 31st. And you're going on Indiegogo with that. Really excited to get that. That's erotica too. No dinosaurs in there though, Lola. Just people. You like messing with she likes messing with her characters and taking them to the extreme. She's I think she got some art back today. I don't think she's gonna show that to us, but she got some stuff back today. And there's a pre-launch page for that over on Indiegogo. There's some of the swag you're gonna be able to get. T-shirts, one of the characters' rings, a bottle opener, key, T-shirt. No, there's some character images too. The main characters. Oh, there's more art. There is.
Rich is still watching us and says, I flash boobs when I'm in trouble.
You have to.
You know, that guy laughing kind of looks like Rich in a way. The guy that's laughing right there, it kind of looks like Rich. He's like, yes, boobs.
He needs better hair, though.
Yeah.
He's got to get Rich's hair.
Yeah, Rich has a lovely mane of hair. All right. Indiegogo for Lore from our Indie Princess. Right now you can go over there and sign up for that on Indiegogo, LURE. Sign up, join the email list, and you can get yourself a copy of that book when it launches. Lola, are you excited? Yeah. You're muted.
I'm excited because it's my first book I wrote by myself, but I'm nervous.
Oh yeah, nerves. I swear on the first. Well, it doesn't go away. I'd like to say by your third one, you'll be good. When you launch, you will be a bottle of nerves. But that is so awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so cool. I'm so glad there's another girl doing books. So you'll have to come in, like when you launch, you'll have to come on my channel and we can like talk all about it. Because did I say that it was like erotica but horror at the same time?
It is.
That sounds awesome. How cool. Very cool.
It's not awesome when I see what she does to men in those books and I realize I'm married to her. I'm like, should I be concerned? I should.
It's not just the men that get tortured, it's the females too.
So,
here's the pitch of it. It's about a couple that go to swinger parties, and the husband, he's an accountant for like high-end people, but all the money pretty much goes to his high-maintenance wife, and he does anything for her. And her goal is to get into this exclusive party. They finally get in, but what does it cost them? Then we'll find out what happens to the characters.
I love it.
Outside of the swinger parties, I have no idea what that's like. No, I don't.
When are you actually going to go live with it? I'm excited. I'm ready to
March
buy it.
31st. I'm going
so
live.
soon.
Yeah.
Really soon then.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yay. Super excited.
I know she's gonna wake up middle of the night. Wait, the book's funded. Hey, I haven't cleared yet. You just launched 2 hours ago, but I should have went past. Oh my God, it's gonna be horrible. No, you guys pray for me.
I check my email sign up list like every hour.
It is nerve-wracking. It really is. You have, yeah, it is so nerve-wracking. Like I said, I would love to be able to say it gets better. It hasn't for me. I still I just launched Work the Wizard on, I think, Saturday, and I still I was like shaking. Like on the stream, I was literally shaking. I couldn't think. I couldn't talk. I was just blah. So yeah, and that's my 4th book in, and I'll still get like that. So, but you are going to do amazing. You got this shit. You are going to kill it, and yep, you got a backer in me. I'm definitely going to back it. So.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, and on top of that, I'm launching we have Let's Call Comics as our main publishing company. But underneath that, I'm doing my own company for adult material.
Oh,
because she knew that I wouldn't allow such trite on my on my lovely label. Now she told me she wanted to do adult stuff, and I'm like, you can't. I can't be a part of that. I'm on the PTA. I can't.
JD's off camera throwing up right now.
Yeah. I can't allow that, Listen, I can't people's heads to cut off my book.
I'm still a little traumatized by the dinosaur porn. I'm thinking my character is going to be the victim of some really bad fan art at some point.
I can't wait.
It might already be there.
Yeah. Open the door, get on the floor. You're about to get done by the porn. So.
Well, I have to say, I was intrigued when I saw his name, and I was like, oh. he probably knows about my novella.
that's what Eric doesn't know is that's the position. Is he frozen? I think his internet is frozen on him.
I think he is too.
Frozen,
yeah.
He is either frozen or just shocked.
Yeah.
Could be both. Yeah.
Here's now where we can goof on him.
Yeah.
Didn't he just upgrade his equipment too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He moved his stuff around. Yeah. He might have knocked his cord out. But from the last question from INDIE Radio before we
did laughing so hard, knocked his cord off.
Before we start getting ready to wind down here, INDIE Radio. One of the last questions is,
and he's gone.
Yeah, this one is from Mark, and Mark says, "Hey guys, okay, says, hey guys, oh, there's Eric's back.
I got him. Oh, you got him. All right.
Welcome back.
You knocked your cord out, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. No, my cord just flew up, and then just suddenly everything froze. So,
hey guys, what do you think about swearing in comics? Some people don't like it. Others feel that it is okay. How do you feel? I'm okay.
It really depends on your audience.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
depends on your audience.
I don't expect to see the F word in X-Men. I remember the first time I seen Superman say "damn it" in a comic. I mean, it blew my mind. I'm like, first Raphael the Turtle, now this. Now everyone's saying "damn it." Well, hell, I can say "damn it" then. I walked around the house.
Transformers, the animated movie, 2000. What was it? Yeah, it was 1986.
Yeah.
And you got Spike and Bumblebee with Unicron. And oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah. Oh shit! What did Spike just say? You just look at your parents like, I'm gonna go home and cuss so hard off my action figures.
But it all depends on the title. You don't expect that sort of thing from a Marvel or DC book. But when you look into a book like Faust or the Furry Freak Brothers, you're gonna get some real saucy language in those books.
Yeah. Saucy books deserve saucy language.
Exactly. It depends on the book and also on the creator themselves. If you're indie and you're on YouTube and you're streaming all the time and you cuss a lot, you know, your audience, your backers are probably going to be aware that there may be cuss words. Like Wart the Wizard has no cuss words. It's age appropriate. It's for everybody. But my other book, Super Dead, there's a lot of cussing. There's a lot of, you know, blood. There's a lot of gore. So really it just depends on the books to me. I don't mind every now and then. It doesn't.
For Dreaded Dinosaur Man for the strip, I made up my own words. I went the Battlestar Galactica approach, where they did frack instead of saying the other F-bomb. So I made up crudge, crudge, and so the characters will say that every once in a while. I
should make up one for Veej. I should make up something that's like his MFer or something. I'll figure that something out.
He has his own character in the webtoon, in the comic.
Yeah, he wears a hat, but it's alive. Looks a lot like this, but it's an alien, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Your hat's not alive?
Yeah, this one isn't alive anymore. It died 2 weeks ago.
Oh man. We didn't even hold a funeral.
I'm trying to get it in different colors, this hat. I'm like, it is so hard to find a coonskin cap in different colors. I'm gonna have to buy one like dye it, I think.
Who knew?
Have you tried Etsy?
No, I haven't, but I should.
I mean, I don't know that they would have one, but it seems like you run a pretty good chance of finding like colored ones on Etsy. I don't know.
Yeah, I found I got this one at like a rest stop. So
on your way back from Traverse City.
Yeah.
Up north.
Yeah, farthest up north I want to go again. I'll never go that far. I go up there.
Come on.
I go up there. I do not leave the hotel convention area. I stay right there.
Scared to death.
You damn right. I'm not like Adam Strange fruit.
Drop the link in private chat if you want to show off your character.
Okay. I will pop up my character here. Here he is, Veej the Great. He's actually probably an intergalactic scoundrel. He owns a bar that everyone goes to. Let's see here. There he is. Everyone, is that showing? I'm not on it. Yes. There he is.
Oh, that's awesome.
He owns a bar, and he is a complete scallywag. Eric allows me to write for him, which is pretty cool. Like to give him dialogue ideas. Like, because I guess Eric is like, I can't be this horrible person. And another cool thing, Eric, you let me write an ad for it. One of the ads, it's in the comic. I think it's in is it in hybrids?
Yeah, it's in hybrids, and I think it's in God's hand too. I think I sent it to Anthony. Maybe not, but
yeah, I think I got one. One of the cards.
Yeah, that was a different ad, but yeah.
Yeah, there's an ad that I wrote that was like it was really funny, and it was about Veej trying to get his cable reinstalled, and there was this alien sucking up on the dish, taking all the signal, and Veej tricked Dreaded Dinosaur Man into removing it. And once he did, he's like, "Oh, I can't pay you. Once you remove that, the bill came due, and they hit my account." And Dinosaur Man chases him around. It's a pretty funny ad. You have to read it to see.
It's like those old Hostess Pies ads. That's the kind of the shtick that I was going for.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I like writing it. We're gonna let everybody tell our listeners where they can be found at on social media, online. We'll start with Dreaded Dinosaur. Sir, where can you be found?
Well, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those places at Dreaded Dinosaur. I'm on Minds as well. And please go to Webtoon and check out Dreaded Dinosaur Man. You just saw a glimpse of it. You didn't get to see the man. You saw Veej's character, Varian's character. But please subscribe to that. I should be updating it again soon because I've got to get the story to a certain point before I can launch my book on Indiegogo because the story from Webtoon flows right into it. And I want to make sure I got the audience right there where I want you. In the meantime, you can go to erichodson.com, ERIKHODSON. Check out my art, buy a few prints, help me pay the rent, and I would be ever grateful.
Cool. Who we're going to go to next? Randy, where can they find you at, sir?
You can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman, on Twitter under Randy Zim. I don't twit very often, but when I do, I'm Randy Zim over there on YouTube now. I used to have a channel called Zim Geek. I've changed the title to that to Arrow Comics 4.0. We'll have new content up there very shortly as we announce more products as we go along. We do and are finishing up the final bits on the Indie VOLT Revolt book. It'll be a over 100-page anthology book done primarily by good friends and cast here on the Indie VOLT podcast. It's really going to be a portfolio piece of everybody. The artwork on that is amazing. The covers are fantastic. I can't wait to get this book to the point. I'm waiting for a couple more stories to come in before we really start the campaign and get things out there and launched. I've got over 100 pages worth of material already ready to go from such people as JD Calderon there and Daphne Lage, myself. I'm still hoping for a story from Varian here and the Dreaded Dinosaur story to come in.
I'm 3 pages into my 8-pager, so
Nice.
Sweet. Now that I know it's coming, I'll plan on you being there. Jake Stinch is still promising a story. We've seen artwork from that looks really, really good. Mark Darden from Guano Guy is I'm still waiting on a get final JPEGs from him. But other than that, if you go over to Arrow Comics 4.0 on Facebook, you can see some of the great covers that we have. That it's going to be a phenomenal product. Other than that, I'm here on the Indie VOLT Radio Network Tuesday nights like tonight for the Livewire program, Thursday mornings for the Breakfast Buzz. It starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I also do a show on Sunday mornings called the Sunday Funnies, where we talk about the lighter and more whimsical side of comics, hopefully the more entertaining side of comics. You never know how the conversation's going to go. Last Sunday, we had Dan Fogel on, who does Fogel's Guide for Underground Comics. We got to talk quite a bit with Dan about his great history and touch on a period of comics that you don't hear about very often, and especially a lot of the real mainstay masters there in that art form are passing away. Like we just had S. Clay Wilson pass this last week, the man who created and did the Checkered Demon, and it's really sad to see that aspect of comics just slowly going out, and not enough history has been noted or done about it. So I love talking about the underground stuff. You'll see more from Dan on Sunday Funnies here in upcoming shows. But that's 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, Sunday Funnies.
I'm upset. Nobody has said they're on Space Hay.
huh?
Space Hay?
What that is.
All this young man has done, he's went back and painstakingly recreated MySpace the way it was, and no one has joined. You poor guy. Here it is, Space Hay. It's recreated MySpace from the ground up. You can sign up. It's free. It's you can actually go back in and do the coding and everything you used to be able to do on MySpace.
That's incredible.
A German.
Did he set himself up like Tom?
I believe so. A German team named AN created it. And he says he was too young when MySpace was around, so he didn't get a chance to use it. But through screenshots and looking at old code, he was able to recreate it. So he's really excited about it. And people have signed up 55,000 users so far.
Wow.
That's nice.
Good on him. Yeah.
So it's Space Hay, which I think, Mandy, you might need to be able to get your money, because Space Hay sounds a lot like Hey Y'all.
I'm writing that down right now. Space Hey.
There you go. Yep.
I like it.
Mandy, where can they find you at?
I am Mandy Summers. You can find me. Honestly, if you want the quickest way to get to me, go to stuntmancomics.com. You can find out where I am going, where I've been. Check out. It'll take you directly to my YouTube channel. All of my social media is attached to that. And you can also very quickly one-click buy my books that are available over there. So, yeah, go to Stuntman Comics. And if you don't want to do that, you can find me at Twitter at Work the Wizard. Same with Instagram. And you can find me on YouTube at Mandy Summers.
Very good. Very good. And JD Calderon.
Yeah, well, like I said, you can find me on Facebook under JD Calderon, Twitter under JD Calderon. You can also find me under Indie Comics Explained on YouTube, also under JD Calderon. And you can also check out The Oswald Chronicles, like I said, currently on Kickstarter. So there you go.
Indie Princess, where can they find you at, ma'am?
Just go to my link tree. Look for indie_princess, and you will find all the links to everywhere I'm at. And also look out for lore coming very soon to Indiegogo. And tomorrow night will be Geekgasm at 9 p.m.
Comics. You know, I'm upset. I haven't been invited to have my brain picked on Geekgasm. Geekgasm is like this show, but it's all females. So that's another show Manny needs to go on at some point. You know, all females.
Please welcome on Geekgasm anytime she wants to come on.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
yeah,
look,
we'll have to set that up.
it's a British invasion. There's Glenn.
Glenn Fleming burning the midnight oil.
Yeah,
Probably editing the next magazine for Amazon, Comics Unlimited.
And of course, guys, you can find me at Varian Grant on all social medias, except for Space Hey. I'm not over there yet. I just got bitching everybody else out, but I'm not over there.
We're all signing up for
No,
Space Hey.
you're not saying it right. You got to go Space Hey.
Yeah.
You got to say it like that. It makes it cooler.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it that cool. I don't. I'm gonna try though. I'll try it a couple times, like when no one's listening, and then I'll get it.
Space Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Because it'll be the kind of like Wendy Williams, Space Hey. There we go. Yeah. That's it. I don't know why I feel like I got to bend my wrist when I say it. I don't like that. I got to stop that. Wait a minute. It's Space Hey. That's what it is.
Trying to say it with his chest now.
Yeah. Like I'm talking to my kid. Space Hey.
Mike McMahon. Hail, Mandy. Hail, Mike. Thanks for listening.
And of course, you guys, if you want to join the right now 104 people listening, you can do that by going to I can't find my graphics. Here we go.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah.
Or if you have an Apple iPhone, you can listen. You can type in. You can go to streaming apps, type in Indie Vote Radio. You can also check out Indie Vote Radio on the Alexa app. On Alexa, if you ask her to play nicely for you, she will. Also, download Indie Vote Radio on Google Play. Indie Vote Radio is streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, independent music and radio shows just like this one. Now, if radio isn't your thing, if you like to see pictures, well, we got you covered there too. We got Indie Vote TV on Roku. You got a Roku television, a Roku enabled device. You can check out Indie Vote TV. It is independent movies. Some long form videos, much like this, that YouTube says you can't say that online. Well, they can't tell us doing their own damn TV channel, can they? We can say what we want. You can check out JD Goes Wild. It's a film that we had to take down. We couldn't keep it up for long. A lot of things in there couldn't be kept up. Indie Vote also Indie Vote Live at indievote.com is where you want to send your questions to. Please include Indie Vote Live in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less so I can put them on a nice card and we can pick on your questions.
And remember, no problem is too serious. No question is too silly. And keep in mind that our feedback will be better because of your setback. Hashtag get an education. Hashtag Indie Vote.
One last thing I forgot to promo. Next Monday, 9 p.m., we have It Came from Webtoon. Varian is my new co-host, and we will show you what to read on the Webtoon app because there is thousands of comics. Most of them suck. We'll tell you which ones don't.
That is correct. Guys, we're going to get out of here. Mandy, don't go anywhere. We're going to get a soundbite from you. And we're going to get out of here for the night, guys. Again, Geekgasm tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Indie Vote Breakfast Buzz Thursday morning at 9 a.m. And then Randy also has Sunday
Funnies, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Sunday.
Yep. And then we're back with It Came from Webtoon Monday at 9 a.m. A whole other schedules on Indie Vote Radio. Listen, you don't have to go outside of Indie Vote for any entertainment anymore. We got you. Stay here. We'll see you guys all shortly. Take care of each other. Don't do anything stupid. Don't break anything until we get back.
Take care, folks.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
about what you've accomplished.
And who's your favorite Marvel Comics hero? Mine is Superman. Remember the motto? With great power